A very good day to Dr. Alina Munira. I'm Sangari Chelvam and my metric number is 271091. Today, I would like to share with you all an important and also an interesting topic. So, could you guess what topic it will be? So, today I would like to share with you all the 5 tips to ensure an event runs smoothly. These tips will help to all to make sure their events run smoothly. The planning of an event is as important as the event contents. There are many events, for example is concerts, annual dinners, festivals and so on. So keeping this in mind, today I would like to discuss generally about the 5 tips to ensure an event runs smoothly. Let's go. So let me share about the tips. There are 5 tips, so I would like to start with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is plan the event early. Planning the event early is very important. Planning the event day and date early is crucial because this gives the attendees of the event the opportunity to free their time on that day. Other than that, the time of the event is also very important because the attendees will want to know about the duration of the event as well. The most important is to prepare the event tentative so that the attendees will know about the schedule of the event also. Besides that, we must get early confirmation from the speakers if we invite speakers to our program so that there's no misplanning happens in the event. So, planning the event early is really important so that we can avoid any conflicts during the events. Planning the event is very important, so every event planners must follow this tip number. Now I would like to continue with tip number 2. Tip number 2 is check the location. Why we have to check the location for any event? Because location is an important concern because it can influence who attends the event. The location should be easy to locate and also in an ideal distance from the attendees as well. Location is a very important concern also for any event. The audience will like if the location is comfortable with air conditions and also if the location is filled with safety equipment as well. The expectation of audience about the location will be very high. So the event planner must think carefully before fixed any location for the events. For example is, if the location we choose for any event must have a prayer room for Muslims so that during the rest time, during the prayer time, they can have their prayers as well. So before we fixed any location for our event, we must double check with the locations whether it is suitable for our audience or not. So check the location is a very important to make sure that our event runs smoothly. Now I would like to discuss tip number 3. Tip number 3 is hold regular team meetings. Why regular team meetings is very important? Regular team meetings is very important because the purpose of this regular team meeting is to keep the team members on track regarding the updates, developments and also the deadlines of the events. The event manager needs to be well prepared to host the meetings and also demand preparation from team members as well. Frequent team meetings will aid in updating details about the event from time to time. The frequent team meetings will help the team members to know more about their events and also the progress of the event as well. They also can work towards the event so that they can make sure that the event will run smoothly. Other than that, these team meetings will help to strengthen the bonds between the team members, which will be a massive investment for the future events too. So I would like to say that regular team meetings is a very important to make sure that the team members are always on track regarding the updates and developments and also deadlines of the events. Now I would like to continue with tip number 4. Tip number 4 is determine your audience. What do I mean with determine your audience? So let me share detail about what I mean with determine your audience. So defining the right audience for the event will help to develop an efficient program that will make a positive and also powerful impact on those the organizer want to attract. For an event to be successful, having the right audience plays a big role as well. The more we know about the attendees of the event, the better we will able to create an engaging event program that encourage the audience participation. So, as an event organizer, we have to respect and also we have to focus the right audience of the event so that we can run the event smoothly. For example is, if we plan to do concerts, our focus audience will be the publics, the youngsters and so on. Other than that, if we plan any events for school students, for university students, so our main focus is will be the students as well. So I would like to say that if we plan for any event, we have to identify the right audience of the events so that the audience also will like to attend the event, so they also will give a good feedback of the event. Now I would like to continue with the last tip, that is tip number 5. Plan the event budget. I'm pretty sure that everyone knows what is event budget. Event planner must know how to plan the event budget, and also the event planner must know the importance of the event budget as well. So let me share in detail about the event budget. Establishing a proper event budget is a significant step during the planning phase, right after setting the goals and also the objectives. A budget is a detailed forecast of what will be happening financially at the event. It helps control the expenses and also the revenues of the event. So when building the event budget, it's best to determine what financial success means for the event and how to measure it. In order to achieve this, we need to list all the possible expenses and also the revenues when we plan any event. So it will definitely help to run the event smoothly. And also we always need to keep the cash flow in our mind during we plan the event budget. So I can say that plan the event budget is a very important tip to run the event smoothly. Finally, I have discussed the 5 tips to ensure an event runs smoothly. So now I would like to recap the 5 tips that I shared just now. The tip number 1 is plan the event early. Tip number 2 is check the location. Tip number 3 is hold regular team meetings, and tip number 4 is determine the audience, and the tip number 5 is plan the event budget. So these are the 5 tips to ensure an event runs smoothly. I believe that these 5 tips will help others when they do events in future. As we all know, conducting an event is not an easy task, but we can make it successful if we follow these tips in a good way. So, I would like to thank to Dr. Lina Munira for giving me an opportunity to discuss this topic. Uh, Personally, I learned a lot of new knowledge on how to ensure an event runs smoothly. I learned a lot of tips as well. So I would like to thank again to doctor, and that's all from me. Thank you.